Hi, welcome to my channel. I am Ren, and this channel I share my daily vlogs, and they're basically about my weight loss journey. I started last year to lose weight and become healthy. It's not necessarily skinny, it's to become healthy and get my life back. I was bedbound, but when I started, I'm not anymore. Um, so I just basically share all the things I've learned, the highs and lows, what I've done that day, exercise ideas, tips and diets and everything else. And I actually bought the persimmon. I've been prepping persimmons, that's why I look all sweaty. I am waiting. I still gotta turn them into pulp, but they are prepped. Persimmons are actually fairly sweet. I've never had an actual persimmon. I've had persimmon cookies that my grandma used to make, but I've never actually had an actual persimmon. They're pretty sweet. Generic sweet fruit flavor. Sweet planty flavor, I guess is the best way to describe them. Not like a whole lot of distinction with them, but they do make great cookies. I'm going to use regular flour because I haven't had a chance to experiment with the protein flours, and those do react differently when you bake with them. So I want to play around with those and get familiar with how they react before I actually put it in my cookies. But I am still going to substitute sugar. And so I do have a substitute sugar in there. We'll see how that goes. I figure compromise. Won't eat as many, but at least I won't be getting a lot of sugar when I eat them. Not that there's a whole lot of sugar in the recipe. It actually doesn't call for that much sugar because persimmons are naturally sweet. And I just think it's going to be fun, a new experiment. And then maybe when I find a protein flour I like, I can experiment with that and make them really healthy. That would be great. But yeah, today I basically did my walking and I even picked up some trash in my front yard because it blew out. We get a lot of wind in, yeah, it's bad. And I have a backyard now because it got mowed. It was a jungle. I'm like, hmm, I miss my jungle. I liked it because we were having beautiful birds and butterflies and things like that. And nobody really used the backyard anyway, but I guess now we have one. All right, smell and nod, I guess. It'll be all right. I I've been drinking my water, of course, and I stocked up on my protein drinks and my yogurts. I have more protein drinks, I think, coming tomorrow. I tend to buy a lot at the beginning of the month, and then because protein drinks, especially, they last for quite a long time. So I buy a bunch of those at the beginning of the month and just kind of ration them out throughout the month. But today we did leftovers for dinner, more of a turkey. We had like turkey and bell peppers and onions and like wrapped up in lettuce leaves. It was good. It was good, and it's good for you. So, I mean, nothing wrong with that. Very filling too, actually. Very filling, and it, I like. I didn't think I'd like cooking with turkey. When I first started this, I thought, oh, it's gonna be awful to have turkey and chicken all the time. Not really. It's not as bad as I thought because mostly I try to like just be creative with whatever I do. Plus, I do cook fish too, as well. Actually thinking of going maybe to the wharf and to the coastal area, the fish market. We have a fish market near us. I mean, I can buy fish in the store. Clearly, all stores sell fish, but I like really fresh fish, and I happen to live in an area where we can get fresh fish. So I'm kind of debating on that. if I want to go down there and see what the catch of the day is, or even learn to fish. True story, I did actually go fishing one time in my life, and I did catch a fish. It was this big. That's how you know I'm not lying. It's a very tiny fish, but it was fun, the experience, and I did it with family. So I was the only one that caught anything that day. So I guess even a little fish is still a catch. Yeah. As my uncle used to say, they don't call it catching, they call it fishing for a reason. He's absolutely right, though. Um, yeah, but I was actually looking at my fitness app, and I realized that what I constitute as breakfast is not all that many calories because I'm not really a breakfast eater. So I just do a protein drink and then my vitamins. I figure it's something. I mean, I used to not eat breakfast at all, but now I've gotten myself to at least go that far. Retraining yourself to be healthy because it is actually healthy to do smaller meals throughout the day instead of like snacking and stuff. Ideally, you want to do like smaller meals and like in the morning, midday. Your lightest meal technically should be your dinner because you're going to be getting ready to go to bed at that time. And probably your heaviest meal, I would imagine either be your midday or morning meal. Either one of those you're going to have the rest of your day to contend with. So in all actuality, you really do want your lightest meal to be dinner, which is kind of odd because most people will do like their main meal as dinner or supper or evening meal. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. And it kind of, when you think about it, you're going to be going to bed soon. That's probably not good to load up on all those calories. So our dinners are generally light anyway, because I try not to cook anything too heavy. But yeah, like the evening meals probably should be your lightest meal. And with self-care, because I always talk about that, obviously, I put my makeup on today as part of my self-care. I don't put my makeup on for like to allure other people. I put my makeup on because it makes me feel pretty. And that's part of self-care. When you do something for self-care, you do it for yourself. You do it to make yourself feel better because the it is all part of the cycle. You need to find out what brought you to the situation you're in, and then you got to figure out how to get out of that situation and progress psychologically, physically, emotionally. All of that is linked. It's a long chain, and if one of the chains are out of alignment, the system will just malfunction and you'll repeat, rinse and repeat. So to start up on good habits is great. To change your diet, absolutely wonderful. To exercise and start exercising is just amazing. But if you don't help yourself mentally, those things that are thrown up in the air can come crashing down. And so you just kind of look at that two-edged sword, I suppose. Gotta look at it both sides. And you just gotta kind of be careful. So another thing that I like to say for self-care is like your hobbies. They don't even have to be physical hobbies. They can be just like reading a book. They can be playing a game on a computer. They could be watching TV if that's what makes you happy. If it truly makes you happy. I mean, there are things that we do and we go, oh yeah, that makes me. Does it though? Does it? Personally, for me, I'm more of a creative. I do like to cook, obviously, and then I when I'm cooking, I also wash my dishes when I'm done because I just kind of like to have that sense of accomplishment. Like at my while I'm cooking, as I dirty something up and I'm done with it, I clean it up. It sounds nuts, but my kitchen is very small, so it's easy to do. And it gives me that sense of accomplishment. It's like I completed a little goal, and my dishes don't stack up and get out of the hand because it can happen with even, two people living in one household. It can still get out of hand. Clearly, even with one person, it can get out of hand. As if you don't ever do something, you just let it go. Let's be real, it's going to get out of hand. So that's another thing, and it makes me feel better because it makes me feel that I have accomplished something, and then it's not even that much. We're talking a few dishes, you know, and that's it. But it helps. It's part of the self care. Taking care of yourself and both physically and mentally is how you get to that level of health. And it's not easy because I do have mental problems that I have to deal with, and I do get help with, of course, because I'm under full realization that in order to make these life changes stick, I know that if something is out of whack, I'm just going to go back to my same bad habits I had before, surgery or not. And so realistically, even though like, I walk everywhere, I do my chores, I'm outside picking up trash just to be outside, to, enjoy the fresh air and a little bit of exercise with that. It's not it's not really hard. There's just a few light items all over the yard, and that got blown out of the trash bins when the trash man came today. It was nothing much. And it happens. It happens because we have so much wind. But they're little things, but it helps me feel better because then I'm accomplishing little goals. I am getting my vitamin D from the sun, even though I do take vitamin D. But, I'm getting my vitamin D from the sun. I am taking care of my home and I'm taking care of myself. And it's just little things and they all add up and they make you feel better. And I've actually been told, I'm not sure if it's true, but I've been told that even brushing your teeth will actually improve your mood as well because the bacteria in your mouth begins to build up and you tend to feel tired. You tend to it cause tooth decay and pain, and that really does break down on you. So even taking care of your teeth is like an important thing to do. And yeah, I'm under realization that everybody has good teeth. That's, you know, it's genetic lottery when it comes to teeth. I'm not gonna lie. You could take care of your teeth every single day and still have tooth decay. True. I've met a lot of people like that. I'm not one of them. I'm very lucky. I have actual really good genetics when it comes to teeth, and I know I'm lucky. But yeah, taking care of your teeth is a very, very important thing. Just simple things, you know. One goal I give myself every day, and it sounds stupid, is getting up out of bed and getting dressed. It sounds dumb, but it's a very simple goal. And like giving myself that a goal helps me be accountable. It helps me have a reason to get up. I get to meet my goal now. And I get the feeling of that accomplishment. And obviously, I do more than that. But for a while, I couldn't even get out of bed. So just getting out of bed, getting dressed, and getting ready to start my day is a huge, huge, huge upgrade. And doing that, it's just to the average person, it's nothing, but that's dumb. But it isn't. It truly isn't. Because when you start the weight loss journey and you start to make these life changes, everybody starts at their starting point. And their starting point may not be the same as your starting point. And that's why I encourage people, no matter how bad, how bad your weight is, there's always hope. And it can easily be done. And everybody starts somewhere. You really do. Even if you're starting bedbound, you start somewhere. And there is no wrong answer. With that in mind, be sure to hydrate. And with hope, anything is possible. So never give up hope. And your imperfections are beautiful because they are what make you unique. Don't worry about what people think. Just be happy because all of our imperfections, my loose skin, my scars on my hands, they're beautiful. Until next time, love you all. Bye.